Good afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. This is your CBS 2 News update on this extremely hot Tuesday, and that's what is topping our news today. The heat expected to stay in these high temperatures at least until tomorrow night. CBS 2's Clark Foraker has information on how commuters are surviving the hot weather.
Everyone trying to figure out the coolest way to get around this afternoon at Central Park and Columbus Circle. They're trying to figure out ride a rickshaw or walk in the shade. And really today, there's just no good answer.
It's going to take more than a frozen water bottle to get around what's expected to be a triple-digit temperature day.
Just so hot.
Trying to get out early before it gets too hot outside.
Tourists and commuters around Columbus Circle dealing with a final punch of summer weather. Devor Anik says he didn't realize how hot it would be and forgot to pack a change of clothes for work.
It's really humid, I must say. It's crazy. I was just biking from Harlem and it's like I need to stop because it's a little bit too hot.
In Central Park, morning runners said they were getting their miles done early. Bike rental businesses said the heat might actually help their sales. A breeze on two wheels better than no breeze at all.
A day like this is kind of rough for me, but you know, no complaints. Lose a couple pounds, but yeah, this is rough.
Chris Polus commutes 2 miles from Midtown East to Lincoln Center. Even with the heat, he says walking's still the coolest way to get to work.
Let's just hope this humidity breaks, because that'll be a little bit of welcome relief. Change of clothes for sure, because I can't work like this.
A good idea because his hopes aren't likely to work out. Don't let the number on the thermometer fool you. Today is a day for the shade.
Creation abounds this afternoon. Folks have moved their businesses into the shade. They've got the umbrellas up as they expect those triple-digit temperatures to continue into the afternoon. Columbus Circle, I'm Clark Foraker, CBS 2 News.
Let's get more specific with John Elliott, because we have the temperatures in the 90s and you add that humidity and it feels really uncomfortable and can be unsafe. Here's CBS 2's John Elliott with the look at our Tuesday weather.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you're not imagining things. It's hot. So, I mean, you look at the temperatures. We didn't even hit 90 yesterday in the park, even though every other station hit 90. It was 88, but it felt warmer than that. 92 today, 94 tomorrow. I mean, so we're flirting with a heat wave, but that is just almost academic in the sense that it feels so hot. Real feel numbers have already been around 100 for parts of the area. Heat advisory this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and they have expanded the air quality alert. This doesn't surprise me at all. The atmosphere is capped off. You've got a big area of high pressure. It's a dome of high pressure sinking air. So that means ozone just stays right at your face. So this air quality alert's in effect until 11. That will likely be reissued tomorrow. Going to the beach, I don't blame you. You can pick me up, or, you know, sometime. Just give me a text. Just make sure you watch out for the rip current risk, and the UV index is an 8. So you have the sunscreen on. Hotter today. Big ridge of high pressure. We're sweating it tomorrow. I mean, big time. And then this front breaks through, so we have a chance for some showers or storms. Then we see a little unsettled pattern, that 30% chance of rain in the mix into the weekend. But take a look at these numbers from the wowie wow heat of today, tomorrow, and Thursday. It's a lot cooler this weekend.
Thank you, John. The chronic water main breaks in Hoboken have hit a boiling point once again. There, the mayor of Hoboken declaring an emergency to investigate why these pipes keep bursting, while at the same time, the water company says that these centuries-old mains in Hoboken should have been replaced by the city a long time ago. CBS 2's Janelle Burrell has more.
It's grown into a nasty dispute between Hoboken officials and Suez Water. They even had dueling press conferences today blaming each other. The city's mayor says that Suez Water simply can't handle their water issues, while Suez Water, they say that the crumbling infrastructure is to blame. Suez officials say this is one of the reasons for the repeat water main ruptures, infrastructure dating back to the 1800s. But 14 water main breaks over 64 summer days. Hoboken's mayor says even for the city plagued by its water main woes, it is abnormal and unacceptable.
In our view, there can only be one explanation Suez has mismanaged our system.
It's become an ongoing game of blame between Hoboken officials and Suez Water. Today, Mayor Bala once again pointed the finger at the water company, giving reporters this chart documenting the number of water main ruptures in the city since the start of an underground project facilitated by Suez Water to upgrade the city's water meters. The mayor and Suez executives met privately Monday to discuss the issue.
Suez, conceded that the water meter vault could be a contributing factor in the spike in water main breaks.
Any construction project in the city of Hoboken could cause main breaks. Why is that? Simply because the system is so old. 100-year-old pipes have outlasted their usefulness.
Mayor Bala is now taking the dispute a step further, outlining a plan of action. First, declaring a city emergency that will allow the city to expedite their investigation into the problem and make repairs. They also plan to get approval to file a lawsuit if they find Suez mismanagement is to blame. They also hope to get approval to rebid the city's water contract with Suez.
We love this city. It's a great city. It's got great people. It deserves great infrastructure. And it deserves the money that's going to get spent on legal action to be put in the ground.
Residents say they just want a resolution.
Very inconvenient.
It's not the mayor's fault. It's the previous administration's going many, many years ago. So he's doing the best he can.
Suez says the city is simply putting a costly Band-Aid on the problem that is hundreds of years old.
And this administration's doing nothing but pointing fingers. And that's not the right tactic.
We cannot and will not tolerate this any longer.
City officials say that their contract with Suez Water is fatally flawed. They're hoping to get City Council approval to rebid that contract during their meeting next week. In Hoboken, Janelle Burrell, CBS 2 News.
The Coast Guard is investigating after a cruise ship hit a pier on Manhattan's west side just before 6 this morning. Investigators say the Carnival cruise ship Horizon was docking when it collided with Pier 90, damaging 2 metal support beams and part of the pier's parking garage. Investigators say no one was hurt. The Transport Workers Union, the union that represents MTA bus drivers, is demanding more protection for those drivers after 3 were attacked on the same bus route in under a week. Yesterday in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, police say a man went up to a B-15 bus driver's window and then allegedly pulled out an aerosol spray can and used it to smash the bus window. Last Thursday, 2 B-15 drivers were sprayed with an unknown substance. Police are investigating whether yesterday's attacker is the same person, and last week's. None of the drivers was seriously injured. In the Bronx and in Manhattan, police are looking for three men suspected of luring food delivery men to buildings and then robbing them. There have been 4 incidents reported between August 7th and 17th in Bedford Park, Norwood, Fordham, and Washington Heights. Each time, police say the suspects order the food to a building and assault the delivery man and then rob him of money, cell phone, and food. Campaign 2018 is well underway, and don't forget, the New York governor's primary debate is tomorrow at Hofstra University, New York Democratic gubernatorial debate, to say it specifically. You can watch that debate live right here on Channel 2 tomorrow night at 7. The debate will be streamed on CBSNewYork.com, simulcast in Spanish on WLNY TV 1055, and broadcast on the radio on 1010 Wins. Another important reminder, this year's New York State primary has been moved from a Tuesday to Thursday, September 13th. Polls in New York will be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. We have a health alert for parents and family members about unknowingly giving their children an overdose of children's Advil. Pfizer, the manufacturer, is voluntarily recalling the suspension bubblegum flavor liquid because of a labeling mistake. The dosage cup is marked in teaspoons, but the bottle label is marked in milliliters. Pfizer says giving a child too much could lead to symptoms including nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. This recall is for 4-ounce bottles of children's Advil bubblegum flavor sold between May and June of this year. And if you have it, take it back to the store for a full refund. Instagram and Tinder are zeroing in on the college market just in time for school to start. Instagram is testing direct messaging between students at the same colleges. The dating app Tinder rolled out Tinder U, which lets users limit search results to their classmates, as well as to students at nearby colleges. Instagram and Tinder hope these new features give the apps a more personal use and a greater sense of community. Thousands of fans from across the country are paying their final respects to Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, at her wake in Detroit, the lines wrapping around the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. In the singer's hometown, people began to line up yesterday just to get a glimpse of Miss Franklin, who inspired them through her music. The doors will be open for a public visitation for 12 hours today and tomorrow. It is part of a 4-day celebration of her life and legacy. Fans in the line, you can see, dancing and singing to her songs as they waited to get inside, and some sharing memories and what the Queen of Soul meant to them.
I think the impact that Miss Franklin had is love.
Aretha Franklin, she meant so much to me. She's the Queen of Soul.
The celebration continues with a sold-out tribute concert Thursday night. Stevie Wonder and Jennifer Hudson are among some of these stars expected to perform. And that's your CBS 2 News update for this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. Stay with us all day on CBSNewYork.com and on our Facebook and Twitter pages at CBS New York. I'll see you on the television, CBS 2 News at 6 o'clock today. Stay cool, stay hydrated too.